Again, forgiveness, I'm probably going to be wearing this and having this shot in the next few videos. I think I'm going to watch a few of these in a row because I have a lot of cons coming up, so I'll do my best. But, okay, so for this one we got Zuko Alone. Just that title, you just sort of go, ooh, this is going to be a good one. First of all, I love Zuko, of course, the character. He's just a wonderful character. And in this episode, we get more of his backstory. We get more of the relationship between, I was gonna say him and the sister, but not just that, just that whole world of his family and his friends. And I'll be honest, when I first saw, or rather heard the voice of Azula, I did like the voice, but I was saying to myself, you know, this almost seems a touch too, maybe a little too show-offy that I'm evil, and it almost seemed like the character was written in a way where she would be so confident and conniving, and she wouldn't need to show off. But when you see this backstory, and you see what she's like, again, you see the progression into this character. If anything, it's impressive that she is as conniving and intelligent and devious as she is, because you see quite clearly that she is just this very nasty brat who just gets the sick joy out of misery. And it's, again, that this is another character. It's like, oh, I can't wait to see more about her, because where did this start? Because we see clearly the family is run by a nice mother. It's a very kind, you know, mother, who also has issues with Azula, wondering how did this happen? And even she sees she's losing control, and that can be very difficult. I'm wondering if they're gonna go even more into that. But Azula seems to be very much, she wants to be like her father, where Zuko very much wants to be like his mother. And there's a scene I recall where the uncle sends Azula, he sends Zuko a knife, this very honorable weapon, and he sends Azula a doll. You know, it's a very fashionable doll. And what I like about this is this could very easily be seen as, oh, he doesn't take women seriously or thinks it should be in some other place or something like that. But when you see the characters, you know that's not the case. First of all, there's tons of women in the, it looks like there's tons of women in the Fire Nation Army, whatever, so it doesn't seem like the uncle would be like that. Second, when you see what she's like, you know he's trying to encourage Zuko to be probably stronger as well as honorable, because he knows there's a chance with him. Where with Azula, she is so far past gone and just getting worse and worse that he's trying to bring her back to that innocence. I know it sounds like I'm probably reading too deep into it, maybe I am, but I think by getting her the doll, that's what he's thinking, because he probably knows, okay, this kid, like, you have to come back to being a child, okay? You know, because Zuko is being treated very nicely, and he's acting very nicely back, you know, and he is confused and sort of lost, and the sister seems to have found her place. It's just a horrible, terrible place. And unfortunately, it's very much following alongside what the father thinks. So we got this backstory going on. Then we also have Zuko trying to, for lack of a better term, discover himself. He's trying to find his path. He's trying to grow stronger on his own. He finds this family in the Earth Kingdom. I've discovered to call it that. All these people are like, it's not Earth Nation! Okay, I said it wrong, but dude, so many people got angry at that, so I don't know. I got it wrong. So I know it's Earth Kingdom. I'll try not to call the others Water Nation or whatever. You know, they call them the Four Nations in the opening, that's why. Or was it Four Kingdoms? Shit. Okay, well, anyway, bottom line, Earth Place. Zuko's in Earth Place, and he comes across these people who are, these soldiers who are not nice soldiers. They're bullies, they're thugs. Again, I really like this. They're not going, all the kingdoms are nice and all the people are nice and just the big bad Fire Nation. There's good people in the Fire Nation, there's bad people in the Earth Kingdom, and so on and so forth. Again, it keeps it, it's not so black and white. I really enjoy that. So you got these thugs being real jerks, and Zuko sticks up for this kid. Doesn't quite fight them, which I like, and makes it very clear that he could. And even the soldiers there are intimidated by him. Like they'll take stuff from him, but they won't hurt him. They won't fight him. Which I enjoy. They see, okay, this. We don't know who this kid is, and he has this scar, but he's gonna fight. Obviously, this kid is not afraid of getting in fights, so let's be careful here. So he befriends this family because he stuck up for this kid, stood up for this kid, and him and the kid, they're forming sort of this nice friendship together. He's getting along with the family. Suddenly, the soldiers come. They take the kid away. They say, "Well, if you're old enough to try and dismiss us and yell at us, you're old enough to fight. We're gonna turn you into a soldier." Comes, gets Zuko, says, "I don't know who else to go to. You gotta help me. They took our son away." So he goes, has this badass battle. I believe he revealed who he was how it worked. He revealed that he's Prince Zuko, and he's been banished and stuff, but this is who he is. He is found his identity in a sense. Like, he's admitting who he is. He doesn't care who knows it, and that comes at a great price. Everybody hates him now. Even the people he just befriended despise him. It's very much Frankenstein, which it's just more tragedy, more angst, more. But it works. The one thing I thought that could have been a little stronger is that he made such a connection with the kid. I would have liked it. Maybe the kid was a little confused, or he didn't know how to feel, and then maybe the grown-ups sort of told him more who he is or what he's done, and that turned him into hating him. I don't like they just turned on a dime, especially because his life was saved by him. I know that's the idea, that it's the harshness of prejudice, but I would have liked if there was a little bit more of a transformation there. And Zuko walks into the sunset alone. So, a great development story. Do they explain what happens to the mother? I was kind of lost on that. She goes up to him while he's asleep. Just bad stuff apparently is going down. The grandfather is dead or is going to die. The grandfather does not like what Zuko's father is saying and proposing. And even though he kind of seems like a very aggressive man, he still has his good side and does not like the idea of totally turning aside the uncle and instead putting who's going to be the Fire Lord as Fire Lord, Zuko's father. He passes away, maybe. Good possible plot. But, so he passes away. The sister is thrilled. Like, evil little... I hope they go into that more. I like to know how she became this. My guess would be she hangs out more with the father, but regardless, the mother is very supportive and very kind, leaves, and says, "Just know everything I've done for you," sort of puts his cloak on and goes away, and all they ever say is just that she's not there. She's gone. I don't know if that means she left, she was killed, she killed herself. Maybe that's something that's going to be revealed in the next episode or down the line. I'm not sure. How do I put it? I wish they left it more obvious whether or not that was a mystery, which, of course, I'm sure everybody in the comments is now going to say, no, it was this, or it's supposed to be that. So, regardless, that could have been made a little bit more clear to me. You probably noticed an edit there because it wasn't because my wife walked in or anything, I actually went to check on the name of the voice actor. I know it's whatever, Rufio, but I wanted to get his name right. His name is Dante Bosco, and I wanted to get that name right because this name really deserves to be known, and I say that because this person got something that so many big name actors try to get. And it's what actors like Kevin Costner and Russell Crowe and Daniel Craig, John Wayne, all these actors try to get this and so rarely hit it, in my opinion. But this Dante Bosco guy, he hits it so well. And that is the brooding, honorable warrior. And what he gets about it is that he focuses on the tragedy and not the brooding. And there's a big difference. When you see this character of Zuko go up, and everything he says, you can tell this is a very dramatic, very tortured character, but he's not doing it to show off, and he's not dead to the world either. He's somewhere in between, trying to be something of worth and shutting off from the world altogether. And there's that battle constantly going on in a search for trying to find out who he is. A lot of actors try to get this by just talking monotone, by just acting like, well, I've given up to the world and that shows I'm dramatic. No, this guy gets it, and he does it so superbly well. And I think the fact that he was obviously born with this very young sounding voice, I mean, the guy's older than I am, and he has this voice, and he's using it to his advantage. I love people that take something that many would see as a disadvantage and they use it to their advantage. You know, Peter Dinklage, another great example. I mean, they just own what many people would say would work against them, and they make it not only not work against them, but work for them. And I love what this guy is able to do with this character. I mean, on top of it, it's a very well-written character. And almost all the voice actors in the show are superb, but this guy in particular, I think, really captures something that, like I said, is so marketable in big blockbusters. We always try to capture the quiet warrior who's brooding and trying to look dramatic and squints the eyes and frowns and only once in a while might give a little bit of a smile because they're so tortured and drama and we love all that. But I really think this guy gets it and he nails it. And in my opinion, it's very rare that you see that. You only see that with really, really great actors. And I really think he nailed it in this performance. And a lot of people would say, well, just because he got here doesn't mean he's that great because it's just voice acting. I really disagree. I think with voice acting, it's even tougher because you have to get it all out simply in the vocals. You don't have any facial expressions, any body movement, any of that. All of it has to come from the voice. And this guy really nails it, and he does a wonderful job. So, in this episode in particular, I mean, it's been that way through all the episodes, but in this episode in particular, I really wanted to point that out, and I really wanted to give this actor credit, because any show or movie, even plays to a certain extent, are very much a collaboration of writers and directors and actors and so forth. But every once in a while an actor is allowed to really, really shine, and you can just tell, no, this wasn't just good directing, good writing, good cinematography, good artistry. This is good acting. And like I said, I really just wanted to give kudos to this guy because he really creates a wonderful character here, along with the writers, but it is a very specifically well hammered out performance. So I just wanted to give kudos to him. So yeah, that's about it. Just another really good, strong episode. I'm looking forward to see if they go even more into the backstory. I'm sure they will, because I anything with Zuko, as soon as his name was in the title, it's just like, oh, I love Zuko. So yeah, again, I love hearing anything about that character, and I look forward to anything about all the other characters, because I love all the other characters. So I will see you in the next episode. Take care.